Can't wait to get this sucker in action. Oh yeah, she's on a lock now. I gotta get the air hose wired up. We're gonna see a side-by-side on it in a minute. Welcome back to the channel, guys. As you see, I got a new toy, a lift. Now, I want to let you know, you're actually supposed to use this lift turned the other way, but it wouldn't fit with these big tires on here. These were going to sit on the edge of the lift here, and I wouldn't be able to lift the machine up. So, it just wouldn't have been safe. This is a much safer way. The weight is distributed nice and even. It's not going to go anywhere. So, at least let's knock on some metal and hope not. So guys, this little lift, everybody keeps asking me about it because I've done the shorts, so it's piqued a lot of interest. And this lift was $2,300 plus $100 to be delivered. Now there's a few things. You have to put a power cord end on it. It is 110, and you have to get some hydraulic fluid. It takes just under 2 gallons, about 1.5 gallons. So not too bad. You're all said and done for about $2,400 and some change. Or no, I'm sorry, $2,500 and some change, and you got yourself a nice lift. So today we're going to be doing a clutch kit on this customer's ZForce 500 trail. And now that I can actually get you guys in here and show you guys how to do some things on this trail block clutch. So what I do on this is going to be about the same on every CFMOTO out there. The U-Forces, the C-Forces, all of them, they're going to be the same type of clutch. The clutch kit will be different, like a different spring, different weight, different helix, blah, blah, blah. But the clutch itself is practically identical. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Don't mind the bird, guys. Let's get into action. I'm going to pull off this clutch cover. Alright guys, finally got it. Oh, maybe. I have to pull this tire off. Alright guys, I forgot. We have to pull the tire to get this cover off. That one wasn't even tight, my man. Not at all. Let's get that off. Now we can get this cover out of here. Now, I've been doing this so long, so there's tricks to get the cover out pretty easy. But this technically needs to be disconnected and just kind of slid out of the way. And then you do have to take out a couple 10mm bolts behind the seat and push up. You can just push it up. It's all it takes, just a little bit. Push it up and this cover comes right out. So you're going to want to get a Sharpie and mark this clutch. Mark it here, here, and on the case. That way this piece goes back in line with even this piece. I forgot, mark this piece too. Okay. There we go. So that's marked. We're going to need an 18. Pull that off. All right. You're gonna need a 32. Now we got a washer that ran that way. Pull this off. We'll spring off. Most common question. Redneck, these two bushings, bearings, a lot of people call them different things. They came off with the spring. I'm going to show you how to put them back on. So you're going to want to go with the metal one first, nylon last. Nylon is the stroke limiter. Okay, now we're going to need a 36mm for this nut. Now we need our clutch spreader tool, and a lot of you guys ask me. I have these on my website. They're just a bolt, really. This one's a special one, but it's an M6 by 1.0, and the threads are 2.5 to 3 inches long. And you just put it in the hole, and the GoPro battery died. Anyway, all I did was just take this belt, slid it off basically, and I pulled the spreader tool out. There's the belt, and he actually needs a new belt. So I'm gonna have to message them because I do have belt in stock. And now we have to play with this and get this secondary out of there because of this plastic piece here. It's a little on the tights. I don't know if CFMOTO was so incompetent on this that they just barely got it, or if this was an accident that they even gave us this little bit of room. It's just barely enough. That's why you gotta get these wires all out of the way. It's not the factory wires, it's his wires that go to the battery. So if you didn't do this, you'd be okay. All right, guys, so after fighting with his handmade power cables that go back into his new battery, we got it. Oh, all right, now he's getting a big tire helix for what he's doing. So let's take it in there and do that. So we've done this a dozen times. I'll put that over there like so. That like so. Put our nut on there like so. Our GoPro keeps shutting off on me. So whenever you're just pushing this down, push it just enough to get the snap ring out. Do not crank it all the way down as far as it'll go, because you will not get it off. All right, got my good pliers, and just back it off just like so. All right, now for what he's doing, we want B1. It's already in B down there, so we want 1 on the big tire helix. All right, put that back down on, this back down on. Bring this down. Getting close, we're going to want to slow down. We're touching. Now we're going to want to line it up and put it on straight. It's going down nice and straight. Keep it straight, keep it going on straight, and you have no problems. I do have guys that call me telling me that it won't go down on, and it's because they don't pay attention and they put it down on crooked, and then they mar up the aluminum, and then they want me to warranty it. Here's the deal: if you do that, I'm not going to warranty a helix, but I can fix it. You ship me your secondary, I can fix it for a fee, and you pay for shipping to me and back to you, and then you pay me, depending upon how bad it is, it's 30 to 50 bucks. And another thing I get people that do, they don't clock this, okay? They don't clock it. It has to be clocked right there, and you're gonna have to hold it. It's got a bunch of tension on it, and then we'll bring it down like so, and we'll rest it, and it'll stay, and then we'll put our key back in. C-clip, whatever they call it. I also had a guy one time who put his clip down in and didn't make sure it was clipped. And you gotta make sure it's clipped in. Like so, you'll hear it snap. And then what I like to do is I like to back it off. like so. And then I turn it, make sure it's clipped in that. As long as it is, we pull it apart. There we go. It's down on. Everything looks good. All right, guys. So they did opt in for a new belt. Theirs is quite worn. Maybe we'll save this for a video if they don't want it and toss it in the bed there. We did fight this in here, some wires. So let's go ahead and fight this belt up in here. Now we just bring this belt out there like so, and then push this in. Then what we're gonna do is take our spreader bolt right back out. It's getting dark on us, guys. I've been answering the phone in the middle of the videos and it sets me behind a little bit. I have to ignore the phone a little bit to get something done. We'll put our nut back down in there. OEM sliders, 400 miles on them. They're still in good shape. Go ahead and pull those out. Good. That's all you gotta do. Set that there. This is how the weights should come in and out of the slide block. That easy. That's how they should be. Easy. If they don't, something is wrong with your block. Easy. Again, easy. Easy. Got them all out. Easy. And those are OEM weights and OEM blocks with 400 and something miles. And if you look, in 400 miles, they're still round. Unlike the other set that I showed you guys the other day. Let's go ahead and open up our new weights. Slide our new weights down in there. Like so. Shouldn't have to fight with them. They should go right down in. Might help if I had that one on straight. Should not have to fight with them. They should go right down in. Now, one thing I like to do is just push on them, just to make sure that they're seated. All these are seated. Yep, they're all seated. Okay. They're all seated. Now, grab this clutch. Stick them all in here. The clutch ain't in bad shape. Pretty good shape. Alright. Remember our marks. Got our clutch, and we're going to slide our spring on there. Now we'll line the clutch up to our mark, just like so. Grab our washer that we found. It's hex, so I'll make sure it lines back up. Got a nut on there. Now guys, one thing to note, when you buy a belt from us, we do have the belts on our website. When you buy a belt from us, they come pre-washed, ready to go. So by washed, I mean we washed the factory oils off of them. Now I'm gonna put this cover back on. We're gonna zip through that and we'll be right back. Getting her now, boy. I'm gonna love that lift. That is so nice. So nice. Have a good night, y'all. See you tomorrow.